Hey guys, it's Mikey and I am back with another Disney video, and you guys may be wondering why I'm wearing these special Mickey Mouse graduation ears, and it's because I'm here to announce that I got into the Disney College program! Yes, I'm here with my dear friend Mickey Mouse to celebrate. But yes, I got into the Fall Advantage program, and I'm so excited. This has been my dream ever since I was 5 years old, ever since I first saw the Main Street Electrical Parade and I saw the performers in it, and I was just like, I want to do that, and I was so mesmerized. But yeah, today I'm here to do the Disney College program tag, and it's so crazy because I've watched these videos like literally for years, and I was like, oh my god, like I can't wait for the day that I make that video, and now it's finally happening. But yeah, I'm just gonna go through and answer the questions. I wrote them all down on my notebook because I'm filming with my phone, so obviously I can't read the questions off my phone. But yeah, here we are. I wrote them all down, and I wrote that cool little Mickey in the top right corner. But yeah, I'll go through and answer the questions, and yeah. The first question I actually told to the interviewer on the phone when I did the phone interview. But when I was younger, I was obsessed with the Main Street Electrical Parade. So I was just on YouTube minding my business. I was listening to the Main Street Electrical Parade soundtrack, and then when I finished that soundtrack, I looked up more parade soundtracks and I was listening to them and whatnot. And then when I was done with that, I came across this video on my suggested, and it said Disney College Program Day in the Life, and I was like, what's that? So I clicked on it because I was super curious, and then I found out that it was a college program where people work for Disney, and it's sort of like an internship thing. Obviously, I'm being kind of vague about it, but you guys know what I mean if you're here watching this video. But yeah, after that, it just opened up a whole new world to me because when I first saw the Electrical Parade, I was like, oh my god, like I want to perform for Disney, like that's my dream. And I told my parents, but they stressed the fact that I needed to get my education. Because my mom's a teacher and my dad just really wanted me to get my education because he didn't have his. So yeah, they just stressed me the fact that I needed to go to college, and it's sort of like, you know, both of my favorite things like came together. Like I could work for Disney, and then I could also like please my parents and go to college for them. So it just all kind of worked out, and when I found out about it, I was like, I'm doing that. Like that's my dream. I'm gonna do that. So that's how I heard about the program, which is kind of cool. The interview process was so nerve-wracking, especially for someone who is impatient as I am. But the thing is with the interview process was, I had been waiting for this for literally years. Like I told you guys, this has been my dream ever since I was 5 years old. So I made sure, like, I signed up for like the email list where they emailed out like when the applications are going out and whatnot. And as soon as the application email came out, I applied like first day. I was one of the first people to apply. I believe the day was January 13th. And the thing is, even though I applied the first day, it took me literally 2 months to get email back about a web-based interview and a phone-based interview. So as for someone as impatient as me, and it was just so nerve-wracking, especially because I had friends who applied like later on, like they applied like literally like a month or like months in, and they had heard the next day or like the day of about a web-based interview and a phone interview. So it was just like super nerve-wracking, and I was like, oh my god, like did I give them the wrong email? Did I give them the wrong number? Like why haven't I heard back yet? But finally, after 2 months, I finally heard back about a web-based interview and a phone-based interview. So if you don't hear back right away, don't worry, all good things come to those who wait. But yeah, once I heard back about the web-based interview and the phone-based interview, it was super easy. I'm sure you guys have heard this, but the web-based interview is just kind of like a personality test, kind of gauging how you are in a work environment. It'll ask you like, are you ever late to work? And then you put anywhere from highly agree to highly disagree. And just sort of like personality things. It's like, do you consider yourself a happy and cheerful person? Then obviously if you want to work at Disney, you put high. And obviously if you want to work at Disney, you probably are. So, but yeah, it's just kind of like a personality test, pretty easy. I feel like most people get past the web-based interview. But the phone interview is very nerve-wracking and exciting at the same time. So like I said, this has been my dream since I was 5 years old. So as soon as I got the phone-based interview, I was like, I need to prepare for this. So I looked up any potential questions that they might ask me on Google, and I just picked like 5 like really like that seemed like important questions that they would need to ask, and I wrote down my answers, like potential answers that they would in case they asked those questions, and they ended up asking all the questions that I wrote down on note cards, thank god. But yeah, the phone-based interview is super fun once you get on the phone. Obviously, before you get on the phone, you're gonna be super stressed about it because you're like, like I don't know what to say. But the interviewer is very, very upbeat and happy. Obviously, they're working for Disney, so they're not gonna be like all drowsy like this. But yeah, honestly, just don't stress the phone interview. Obviously, you know, I wanted to prepare because, like I said, this was my dream. But yeah, just have fun with it. It's super fun. They're just asking you questions about the roles that you put interest in. Yeah, super, super, super fun. And you know, you're talking about yourself. You just really want to show your love for the company and show them like what you got. So yeah, just don't take it too harshly, but just have fun with it because it is fun. Now this is such an awesome story. Well, not necessarily, because as you guys know, the coronavirus is going around right now, and they shut down the Disney parks from, I believe it was March 14th until the end of the month. And I was supposed to go on a Disneyland trip on spring break from March 16th to March 18th. And when they shut down the parks, obviously I was super bummed because I was like, I was gonna go on this trip with my friends. But yeah, so obviously when the parks got shut down, I was left with this whole week of spring break with nothing to do. So I called up two of my friends, Rudy and Preston. They have the same birthday as me, so I was like, hey, like let's go up to Seven Falls and we'll celebrate our birthday. But yeah, we went up to Seven Falls and we were just hiking, you know, having a good time. It wasn't really even like on my mind that I would hear back about them that day because I knew that they shut down the Disney park. So I figured that the recruiter center was probably shut down too because I know that they would probably, you know, send their workers home to stay inside because of the coronavirus. But it was crazy. As soon as we got to the top of the mountain, I opened my phone and I got the email and it said, "Congratulations, Mikey, you've been accepted to the Disney College program." And it was just such an amazing feeling because I was literally like at the top of this mountain. It felt like I was on top of the world and I was receiving this email that I've been waiting for literally my entire life. And on top of that, I was with two of my best friends, Rudy and Preston, who love Disney. And you know, as soon as I told them that I got the email, they were like, "Oh my god," like they were cheering for me and they were hugging. And it was just such an amazing feeling because I was like literally on top of the world with two of my best friends. And honestly, I wouldn't have wanted it any other way. But the crazy thing about that is that I was on top of the mountain on March 16th, and like I told you guys earlier, I was supposed to go on the Disney trip from March 16th through March 18th. So like if I wasn't there, then I would have been at Disneyland when I was finding out. So it was just like such a crazy experience, and it was just awesome. And I wouldn't change it for the world, and honestly, I'm gonna remember that moment for the rest of my life.
Oh my god, Mikey, you made it! Oh my god. We did it!
And we are here at the top of the world, my leg back.
Mikey got into the Disney College! And look where we are when he found out! Yes!
I'm so happy. Brewdog's support got me this far.
You did it all, honey.
I'm so happy to announce this, but my role is going to be as a character performer, and I'm super excited because honestly working for Disney was half the dream. But like I said earlier, what sparked my interest in wanting to work for Disney was watching the Main Street Electrical Parade and watching the dancers and the characters. So the other half of that dream was performing at Disney. So it's so crazy that like my entire dream is going to come true on this first Disney college program. Like I assumed that I would get into the Disney college program maybe, and then while I was there I would audition and then maybe I could transfer into a performing role. But it's so crazy how it worked out because, oh my god, it's just amazing. But basically I've been checking the audition calendar for years, the Disney audition calendar, and they have literally never come to my state. Like Arizona, I've never seen them come to my state for a college program audition. And the one year that I was eligible to do the college program, they came to my state. They came to the capital, which was Phoenix. So it was just so crazy. It just seemed like it was meant to be. But yeah, I went to that audition and it was super successful and so fun. I ended up making it to the last round and I read for my favorite face character. I won't tell you guys who, but I'm sure you guys can guess. But it's just crazy how it all worked out. It just honestly seemed like it was meant to be, but after going to that audition, I couldn't see myself doing any other role, so I'm super proud of that. So unfortunately, I don't know any boys who are doing the college program. The only friends that I have that are doing the college program are girls, and obviously I can't room with them because of the other gender. But as for the question, how many roommates do you want? I genuinely don't care. I know that the options are anywhere from like 1 person to 7 people. The good thing about having 1 roommate is that it's less people that you have to get along with and coordinate a schedule with, like showering and stuff. And the good thing about 8 roommates is that your rent is cheaper. So honestly, like, I don't have a preference for roommates. Obviously, on my preference for dorms, I just put the cheapest dorm. But yeah, I don't have a preference, and I'm super excited to find out who my roommates are once I get there. So obviously just my friends and family. I'm a huge social butterfly, so being away from my friends and family is going to be really hard, especially my mom because she's like my best friend. I work at her school helping with her classroom because she's a teacher, so I literally see her every day, so it's just going to be hard being without her. But yeah, just her, my dad, and my brother. It's going to be hard being away from them, and then my friends that I love so much, especially the ones that I talk to Disney about a lot with, like Bella and Bridget and Rudy and Alyssa and Esteban and Preston, all them. So it's just going to be really hard having to live without them. But I know that it's not the end. I'm only leaving for 7 months, and then I'll be back and I'll be able to see them again. But yeah, that's probably the one thing that I'm going to miss most. And obviously my stuffed animals and my pop Funko Pops. So yeah, those are the things that I'm going to miss most. Now, I live in Arizona, and obviously the closest Disney park to Arizona is Disneyland Resort in California. So I've only ever been to Disneyland Resort, which means that the only 2 parks I've ever been to are Disneyland and California Adventure, and then Downtown Disney if you want to count it, but it's more of a shopping district. But yeah, so let me see. I'm definitely gonna have to say Disneyland. I just feel like it's Walt's original park, and it just has that magical feel as soon as you walk in. I've taken a lot of trips where we've gone to California Adventure first, and then halfway through the day I'm just itching to go to Disneyland just because it has that magical feel, you know? If I don't start my day at Disneyland, the trip just doesn't feel right. So yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to go with Disneyland being my favorite Disney park as of right now. Since I've never been to Walt Disney World, it might change, but I just have a feeling it's gonna stay Disneyland because I grew up going there. I've taken trips there with family and friends, and it's Walt's original park, but who knows, maybe Walt Disney World will surprise me. But the first thing I want to do when I get there is ride the Splash Mountain at Walt Disney World, because Splash Mountain is my favorite ride ever, like in any theme park, not just in like a Disney theme park, but Splash Mountain is my favorite ride of all time. And I know that the Splash Mountain in Disney World is kind of different from the Splash Mountain in Disneyland, because the one at Disneyland is just like one log. It's very classic, it's a lovely classic feel, and it's like one row, one seat. And then the one at Disney World is like a log too, but it's like side by side seating, and it's like multiple. So I just want to ride the Splash Mountain and compare them, because you know me, I love Splash Mountain with all my heart. I even have my Splash Mountain pops right there. But yeah, I just want to ride the Splash Mountain and be able to compare them, but I have a feeling I'm gonna like the one at Disneyland better. So yeah, we'll see. And then number 1 on my bucket list when I get there is to do the Disney Character Challenge. So as you guys can guess, since I'm a character performer, you guys obviously would assume that I love to meet the Disney characters, and that is absolutely 100% true. You can ask anyone who's ever taken a Disney trip with me. That's my favorite thing to do in the parks. But basically what the Disney Character Challenge is when you just go around the Disney park and you try to meet as many characters as you can in one day. And that just seems like so much fun, especially because sometimes when I go to the parks with my family, they'll be so annoyed by my character hunting tendencies. Like, I'll be waiting in line for like my 20th character of the day, and they'll be like, oh my god, like hurry up, like I want to go ride the rides. So I just want to do this Disney Character Challenge because I love to meet characters. Like, I feel like I could do this challenge so well. I feel like I could meet like 50 characters in one day if I like absolutely tried, especially at Walt Disney World because there's 4 parks. So I want to do that. I want to do that challenge because I love meeting characters as it is, so I feel like to add this challenge to it would just add like a little bit of spice to my number 1 Disney passion. So yeah, that's my first thing on my bucket list, is to do the Disney Character Challenge. Number 10 on the questions, the final question, is one thing you hope to take away from the program. I was telling the interviewer about this too, the lady that interviewed me for the phone interview. I was telling her that one reason I really want to do the program is that I'm an elementary education major, which means I'm going to be working with young kids and I'm going to one day have a classroom of my own. And, you know, obviously Disney creates content for children. They create, you know, these beautiful Disney movies that children just love. So I really want to take away the childcare skills that Disney instills in their employees and just really take it away and take something from that and apply it to my future classroom that I can give to kids and hopefully enhance their lives a little bit. So yeah, that's one thing that I'm hoping to take away from the program. And the other thing that I'm hoping to take away from the program is to just become a better performer, because I'm going to be a character performer there and I love to dance and act and sing. So I'm just hoping that I can learn something from that. And there's no way that you can't. Like, Disney entertainment is top tier, so I doubt that I'll walk away from the program not having learned anything. I'm sure I'm going to learn like thousands of things that I can apply when I get back here and hopefully try out for entertainment jobs later on. So yeah, and then obviously the third thing that I'm hoping to take away from the program is to become an even bigger Disney geek, if that's even possible. But yeah, those are the things that I'm hoping to take away from the program. And yeah, without further ado, that is the end of the DCP tag. But yeah, if you guys have any questions about the program, let me know down in the comments below. I'm super excited, and I've seen a lot of videos on YouTube kind of talking about like the Disney auditions, especially when they're successful. Like, they'll be titled "My Successful Disney Character Performer Audition." So if you guys want me to make a video all about the Disney character audition process, just let me know down in the comments below. I would be happy to make one, especially because my Disney audition holds such a special place in my heart. I even kept the number that I got on my shirt as soon as I got there, just because it was such an amazing audition. Like, I wouldn't trade my audition experience for anything, because it went exactly how I planned. I was even telling this to the interviewer on the phone again for the phone interview too. I was just telling her, like, I do a lot of theater and dance, and auditions almost go never how you expect them to, but this Disney audition went exactly how I expected it to, so it's always gonna hold like a special place in my heart. So I would love to make a video talking about that. If you guys want me to, just let me know down in the comments below. But yeah, I'm in the Disney college program. But yeah, I'm just really grateful because I know that a lot of people work years to get this, and I feel so thankful that I was able to get it on my first try. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you guys have a magical day.